So King Kamehameha III first brought cowboys from Spain and Mexico to the Hawaiian Islands in the early 1800s to help with the Hawaiian cattle overpopulation problem. You see, King Kamehameha I, the grandfather, had received a gift of some cattle from a passing seaman. And the king kind of let these cattle, these gifts, he made sure that no one touched them. And these cattle were left to do what cattle do for 100+ years. And pretty soon, Hawaii was being overrun by cattle. Now, they didn't know anything about cattle husbandry, and they weren't allowed to kill them. So they were just everywhere. And, you know, the term holy cow had a whole new meaning over there, I'm sure. But King Kamehameha III said, forget this. We're gonna deal with this. So he piped in cowboys from Spain and Mexico. He brought them over. He said, teach my people how to handle cattle. So the cowboys came over, the vaqueros. And they taught the Hawaiians how to rope and ride and chew and eat beans and sit around the fire and fart and tell stories and pick their teeth with cactus pines and all that. Exactly. The Hawaiian cowboys called themselves Paniolos, after Hispaniola, which is what a derivative of the Spanish. Now, one of the things that these cowboys brought over is they brought their guitars. See, and the Spanish really have a passion for their fast cowboy music and their Latin style minor key. They're fast music. And they brought their guitars, and they would get 3 or 4 of them sitting around, and a couple would do rhythm and a couple would do lead, and it was just this amazing cacophony of beautiful guitar music and passionate and fun, and the Hawaiians were smitten. These Paniolos were blown away by this music, all this European melodic music they'd never heard. You know, they had chants, and suddenly all this music hits them. Story goes is that when the cowboys went back to Spain and Mexico, they granted the gifts of guitars to the Hawaiian Paniolos, and they treasured them. For the next 100 years, these Paniolos went up into their cane fields and up into the hills, and they learned how to play them on their own. And it was a kind of thing where the father learned it, or the grandfather learned it and passed it to the father, and passed it to the son, and passed it to his son, and it was very private, and everyone had their own tunings, and there wasn't a lot of communication with this. And if it wasn't for the 20th century and America's involvement with I would say that our involvement and our fascination with Hawaiian music in the 20s and 30s and then through World War II, that could have been an art form to die out. What do you say, Bill? Is it true? Could have, yeah. So, with all that set up, I'm chewing my time, but I'm going to dedicate this tune to those cowboys, and this is called The King's Cowboy.